Okay, so we will go ahead and get started. So, I wanted to talk a little bit today with the new year about the honor in continuing, honoring what has come to pass by welcoming and continuing on in what has and is emerging. So, we are officially in about 12 hours of 2020, the start of a new decade. And some of us, if you will, I'm a reader, and most of us are in some form or fashion, might call it chapter 2020. And I would say in your self written book that we entitle it Life, it's something about the new year where um, where we take it as a fresh start. It's blank pages that we can just begin again. And there's a lot of reflection that goes into this in terms of thoughts and feelings, particularly as it relates to coming out of 2019. And even then, going into the new decade, reflecting on the last 10 years. And reflection takes on different facets and it evokes certain moods, certain words come in. And there's one word that I think of, particularly in my practice and just overall, when you look at the world, when you look at what's going on, a sense of awakening, a sense of deep stirring of a lot of stuff. Whether it be in 2019, there was a stir up there, or over the last 10 years, there's been a stir up in our lives individually, in our homes. And even if you look at our community and globally, there's been a lot of stirring up. And it's almost as if you're looking at what is going on and knowing that you see what's going on, something has to change. And how do you go about making those changes? And even in the misting, the possibilities of what could be and all the spaces in between. So this awakening process looks very different for all of us. But regardless of the process and how it looks, it ultimately leads back, in the grand scheme of things, it leads back to a deeper understanding, a deeper relationship with self, almost like coming home. And I'm reminded of a poem by my favorite poet, Nahara Waid, where it says this: there is you and you. This is relationship. This is the most important relationship. So in having deep relationship with yourself, in getting to know yourself on a deeper level, understanding that it's about being in tune with your language, your melody, your rhythm of who you are. It's about knowing what's truly important, what's essential, and what's necessary. And in doing that, not forgetting the past. So many times we want to forget the past, we want to start all over, but understanding that it's what has gotten you to this point, and it's what's made you who you are. But you don't have to stay there. The idea is to continue on in what makes you your highest self. It's about honoring that and all the space in between. And knowing that we have been able to collectively transition into a new year. So we have been gifted with the beauty of time. And with the beauty of time, we have the ability to continue on in this deeper discovery, in having the choice to do more or less, having the choice to move onward, having the choice to being open to what's unfolding, having the choice to continue on with our own inner healing, with our own transition, and ultimately having the choice to continue on to transform. Everything leads back to that. So as we go through 2020, there are 3 questions that I want you to ask yourself. And I'm going to put these in the chat. But the first question is this: first reflection is I honor the journey in 2019 and the last decade by, how will you honor that? The second thought is I choose in 2022. What are you choosing to do in 2020? And then finally, in making that choice, I'm going to continue in 2020 to do. What are you choosing to continue to do? So you've made the choice. So you're honoring the journey. How are you going to honor the journey? How are you choosing to walk into 2020? And in making that choice, how are you going to continue to do that? So I'll place these in the chat. So with that being said, I'd like for us to come together as a community and let's meditate. It's our time to meditate. So consider the posture that you'd like to be in this meditation, whether it be sitting or lying down. Also, if it's helpful and more comfortable, having close to you a personal object, a touchstone such as crystals or mala or prayer beads. And it's important that you take the time to ensure that you are supported fully and that your body is as comfortable as possible. So just take the next few minutes to get as comfortable as possible and get whatever support that you need. If you need to get up and get in another seat, whatever it is that you need at this point. And know that during this practice, that you always listen and honor first what you need. And know that you are empowered and can exercise the right to stop this practice at any time, knowing that you know what's best for you. So as we move into stillness, as you're ready, I invite you to close your eyes or take a soft gaze. If you're seated or lying down, feel the support underneath your body, relaxing the whole body. The whole body. Allowing the full weight of your body to be supported. Spine and back is aligned and strong. Shoulders are relaxed. If seated, the crown of the head is reaching up towards the sky. If lying down, the back of the head is resting and aligned with the spine. Forehead is relaxed. Eyes are soft. Lips and jaw are relaxed. Throat is soft. Heart is open. Belly is relaxed. Not holding it in, making space. Placing your hands wherever is most comfortable for you. Now, as in community, let's just take a breath together. A nice full breath in through the nose and a long, slow breath out through the nose. And let's do that one more time. Inhaling fully through the nose. Exhaling long and slow out through the nose. Now let your breath fall to its own natural rhythm, just an easy, relaxed breath. And as you're ready and comfortable, I invite you to now focus your awareness at the heart space, the center of your chest. You may even wish to place your hand here to feel this connection. Imagine your breath flowing in and out of the heart space with a deep inhale and exhale, breathing a little slower and deeper than usual. Connecting with the breath or the feel of the hand against the chest, or even the feel of the touchstone. If comfortable, letting the breath be slow and smooth. And as you choose, moving to evening out the breath, inhaling and exhaling at the same rhythm, whatever is most comfortable at this moment. Now create a restorative feeling such as appreciation or care, compassion, or simply just gratitude for the journey of 2019. Honoring what has come to pass. Deepening this feeling, hold it as you continue with the heart-focused breath. And as you rest in this space, listen to the whispers of your heart, the voice of your heart. Listening within. The language and melody of your heart is unique to you. As we continue to listen deeply to our heart, our affirmations will begin now. As each affirmation is offered, you may repeat it silently. Allow yourself to rest in the intention expressed. Being present with self, without judgment, and with full compassion. I am life that has been gifted time. I honor the journey that has brought me to this moment. I release that which no longer serves me and my highest being. I continue to move in and align with my sacred rhythm and purpose. I welcome all that draws me closer to the truest and fullest expression of my being. I am life that has been gifted time. I honor the journey that has brought me to this moment. I release that which no longer serves me and my highest being. I continue to move in and align with my sacred rhythm and purpose. I welcome all that draws me closer to the truest and fullest expression of my being. And as we continue to listen deeply and speak deeply to our hearts, we now make intentional space for resting in silence. Know that thoughts will remain, they will be there. Just as much as the eyes are meant to see and the ears are meant to hear, thoughts are meant to be. This is what the mind was created to do. But as you rest, try not to attach to, focus, judge, or analyze on any one thought. Much like the clouds in the sky or a car on a busy highway, just allow the thoughts to pass on through. Yet if the mind begins to cling to thoughts, with compassion, gently come back to the feeling of the breath, the body sensation, or even the touchstone. The bell will sound in 5 minutes as we rest in silence. Listen to the sound of the bell. The sound of the bell. Notice that you are breathing. Listen for the sounds around you. Sense the space around you. Bringing awareness to your body in the space. Bringing awareness to the posture that you're in. Tune into this present moment and how you're feeling. Your mind, your emotions, your energy. Taking a deep inhale in and an exhale out. With each breath becoming more and more present, aware of this moment. And preparing now to end the practice. Introducing whatever movements seem natural to releasing your body from stillness. And we will close our practice by bringing our hands to heart center, bowing the head to the heart. May you be happy and peaceful. May you be strong and healthy. May you be courageous and confident. May you be safe and protected. May you be at ease with yourself just as you are, leaving nothing out. The light in me sees the light in you. Namaste, Ashe. And when you're ready, coming back to a comfortable position, gently opening up your eyes. So our practice has ended. I'm going to unmute everyone. So Derek, I can't unmute you, so you have to unmute yourself. But I wanted to first share the questions in chat. And I've shared those so that you can write those down. And then also I'm going to share the mantra in the chat as well. But I wanted to open up to see if there were any questions regarding today's practice at all. No? Oh, look. Yes, go ahead.
Hey, thanks, Danielle. So my question is, when you say focus on the breath, are we supposed to be focusing on the breath or just letting it naturally, just focus on the naturalness of our breath?
So that's a good question. So the question was focusing on the breath. So are you talking about when I said focus it towards your heart space or just focus it on period?
In general, I think so. I have difficulty.
Okay.
I focus too much on my breath and then I get distracted.
Right. And that's a very good question. So that is a natural reaction. When someone says focus on it, sometimes it becomes a little bit much. So what you have to do is know your body. So when they say focus on the breath, if it's not, it may be that you just naturally breathe. What I would do, when I started meditating is I just started counting. Like when I inhaled, I counted to a count of 3, and then I exhaled a count of 3. That helps with the focus. So that gives you some place where your mind can settle on in terms of that. So if you find that you are becoming distracted, count. Also, you can use your fingers. So as you inhale, Just do your fingers. And then as you exhale, do that. That's a touchstone. That's considered a touchstone. You can do the same thing with the prayer beads or the mala beads. Same thing there. So just using your fingers, inhaling, and then exhaling. It gives you something to plant your mind on as you're breathing. Okay?
Thank you. That's helpful. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. So Derek had a question. What should I focus on when journaling? So those are questions, good question in terms of that. So what I would do is there's no right or wrong way to get your thoughts on paper. And some people use bullet journaling, meaning they're just jotting down what comes to mind. Some people are writing out full sentences. What I would do is, as you're meditating, what comes to mind when you think about how you would honor your journey in 2019? The first instinctual thought that comes in, and I would jot that down. So
thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Oh, perfect. Do you have any, can I just get a notebook? Do you have any recommendations?
Sure. I would just get a notebook for right now. So, it depends on what you want to do. Some people go out and they buy a really beautiful type of journal. It's what speaks to you. So, for journalers, they go and they buy a beautiful journal, a special pen, all of that. And then for others, they go out and get a regular notebook. It's what is most comfortable for you. So if you're one where thoughts come to mind as you're going about the day, I would get something small to stick in either a pocket or, something that's small and transportable. Others, it is more so of a ritual for them. So it's all about your rhythm, and there is no right or wrong way. And then also give yourself permission to switch it up if you need to. So you can definitely get a notebook. And like I said before, in terms of the questions, focus on what actually comes to mind. Don't worry about spelling. Don't worry about trying to put it in a full sentence. Focus on exactly what comes to mind. And as you do that, things will begin to reveal themselves in terms of journaling, in terms of what's going on inside in your thoughts and what have you.
Sorry, I have a couple more questions about journaling.
Sure.
So do you think it's better to do it before the meditation or after when my mind is clear? Because I want to start doing that daily, but I didn't know how to incorporate it into my daily life or when.
So I would try both. Again, it's about your rhythm. So for my personal journey, I used to journal prior to for a very long time. It's just within the last year that I've started journaling after. You can't go wrong either way. So I would try maybe after first to see how your thoughts are flowing. Or it could be that you're going into the meditation full of things that you want to get out, full of things that you want to be able to express. So I would try both ways. You can't go wrong either way. You can't go wrong. And then observe where you feel most connected to. Become aware as to what works for you in terms of your rhythm.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions? Okay. So I wanted to also provide you, there's some things going on I'm happy to share. One is that this is recorded and it will be available on my podcast. I am copying my website and pasting it also in chat for you to have. And so you can definitely go here to access the podcast recording. Also, we'll have some upcoming events coming up, more specifically as it relates to introduction to meditation. I will be having a virtual webinar on February 12th. It is towards the evening for those that work during the day. And so stay tuned for that. So make sure that you subscribe to my newsletter to get the latest information regarding that. And also in March, I will be having a spring retreat, a spring day meditation and yoga retreat. That it falls on spring equinox, the first day of spring. And so I'm excited to be doing that. So those are some things that will be coming up. And again, like I said before, this is going to be shared on my podcast. So certainly you can revisit. You can also share. Would love that. So with that being said, I don't want to keep you guys. I appreciate you guys spending some time in community together, meditating together here on the first day of 2020. So if there's no questions or anything like that, I am going to let your day, let you go in terms of your day. And thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye now.
Thank you.